This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports and Chaco. It nearly feels like a weekly occurrence now, but we're delighted to Graham McCormack join us once again. How are you, mate?
Good, boy. Good. How are you?
Oh, that's fantastic. I guess we're probably missing you. You know, it's 2 weeks since you were in Belfast. We've done two interviews in person, and here we are back in Zoom again.
Back again. Back like the Renegade Master.
Like lovers are never too far away. But obviously, you know, first and foremost, obviously, when we done your last interview, it was looking like obviously we're fighting John Fox on Fight Zone in England, and I guess sort of next day, sort of afterwards, sort of announced. I don't think it was officially announced by Fight Zone, but John Fox obviously decided that due to MRI issues that he was no longer going to box. Have you probably got past that devastation yet, or I guess now that obviously Belfast been announced, you move on?
Yeah, look, I mean, it was tough when I heard it. I said in the box channel today, it was tough when I heard it, but when I found out why, I was like, oh, okay, I would have made the exact same decision. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a young family, and like he's a missus and kids. Like, you know, our health is our wealth. Like, and like boxing is a ruthless sport, and like it takes no fucking prisoners. Like, do you know what I mean? And one wrong punch, and anything could have happened to him. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, if it was me and I was in the same position, I would have made the exact same choice. Like, every year I get a scan, I got this the same MRI place I go to, like, and that, I always said doctor when I get up, well, and he said, yeah, but same as last year. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, I love fighting, I love it, like, I don't know else, but like, I love my family more, like, you know what I mean? And that's what comes first. And obviously John made that decision. And I actually texted him about 2 days later, and I got chatting to him. And he's actually a really, really nice bloke, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, boxing is a great sport, but it's also, like I said, Steve, a very ruthless sport, man. As you see, you're involved in it, man. And like, you know, I think Kean I said it before, like, it doesn't give a fuck about us, like, and I don't mean that in that year or any or the supporter like that. I mean boxing itself, like, doesn't care about the boxers, like, you know what I mean? So like, fair play to John. You know, I was gutted that the fight was off because it was a great fight and a great show, great platform for a good title, but you know, I'm glad he made the right decision and is now can look after his family, you know what I mean, and not worry about his health, you know.
Exactly. I guess the thing is, I think it passed the MRI, but obviously there was concerns, obviously, about something within the medical. So, you know, at the end of the day, when doctors are giving that sort of advice, you as obviously a fighter, all you can do is take their advice and go, well, do I want to end up being in a wheelchair the rest of my life, and you know, do I want this to be my last fight, and think it's not worth it?
No, it's not worth it, man. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, there's nothing worth it. Like, you know, like your wife, like, for me, like, my family is absolutely fucking everything, like, you know, and it's no secret. Like, I love my missus and my kids, and I don't know what my life would be like without them. Like, I love boxing. It's fucking, it has given me this life that I have today. But like, my family comes before it, like, you know what I mean? And if I had to make that choice, like, I would make the right decision and say, nah, good luck to it. Like, you know, like, I'm 35 now, like, you know, I'm not a spring chicken. So who knows how long I have left, you know what I mean? I got my MRI recently, it was all clear. So I definitely have another 12 months anyway. And we'll have a look at it again after that, you know? So like obviously, you know, it's tough. It's a tough game. You know what I mean? It's a tough game. Like, you're always gone, you're always training. You know, it's, you know, as I said, I'm older, like, so the camps are a bit harder. But like, in a year, I'm going to review it again, have a look at it again and see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Have a chat with the wife and go from there. Like, so that's what I'd say to Ian. Like, so over the next year, I'm going to get as many big fights in as I can get in and see. I'm not saying I'm going to retire next year, but, you know, like, I'll be looking at the end next year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because especially after talking to John Fuchs the other day, like, you know, like, there's more to life than boxing. Like, now for me right now, it's boxing, you know, because I'm an active boxer, like, but, you know, there's a life after boxing too, like, and like, I always chat to Kean McGuire about it, like, is like, when you see all those boxers who have died or are in wheelchairs or, you know, brain dead, you know, like, it's sad. Like, it's a ruthless sport. Like, so as much as I love it, you know, there is going to come a point where I can't do it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm going to enjoy it while I can.
Definitely. And I definitely echo them sentiments as well. At the end of the day, you know, you owe nothing to boxing knows nothing to you. So whenever the time comes and that's it over, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously you know, probably more than anything, obviously you had a few, you know, 2 years of an activity, pretty much just over 2 years of an activity. And now you're having your fourth fight in 9 months. What sort of changed for you? Like, you know, obviously the Jordan Latimer fight was a sort of one that sort of G'd you up probably again, probably like a sort of Irish v Irish sort of fight in Scotland, and obviously the Pug, the King defeat, you bounce back with your one with Seamus Devlin, but you're obviously now, you know, just over 4 weeks time going to have your fourth fight in 9 months. What's changed? Like I know you've obviously turned 35 recently, but where's this big drive come from?
You know what? I got, like, first and foremost, I got to give a big shout out to my manager Ian Gackler, man, because he has, like, I only said it the other day, like, I'm now having a boxing career because of him. You know what I mean? The guy is an absolute fucking gem. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that as like I'm not rogging it. Like, the guy is he does not talk shit. He does not spoof up. He says, right, Graham, when I sat down with him at his kitchen table last June was only, or last July even, I'm not sure it was last summer, he said, this is what I can do for you. This is what can happen. And lo and behold, that's exactly what has happened. Like, this is my 4th fight with Ian. This is my 2nd title fight in 4 fights. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's unbelievable in itself. So, like, I got to give a big shout out to my manager for that. That's the biggest change. You know what I mean? Is Ian Gackler. And like, not only that, he's my friend as well, man. You know, and we're able to chat about things, and he's a real good bloke. So I'm grateful to have him as a manager, because he's doing a good job of me. Like, you know, I'm having a good career now because of him, like, you know. And also, I obviously want to give a big shout out to my trainer Sean, because he actually sprung life back into me, man. Because say, when I was back kind of humming and hawing training before even the America fight got announced, I was like, oh, do I want to keep doing it? I don't know. And I think I said I had a couple of spars, and I got beat up in the spars, man. And not because I wasn't good enough, but because my head wasn't really in it. You know what I mean? I was like, oh man, do I want to keep doing this? Like, and like having a chat with Sean and my wife and Ian as well, and they were like, look, give it one last blast, and let's see what you can do. And like you said there, I had 2 years of inactivity, and even before that, like, I know I'm aggressive, and I do get hit, like, not as much now as I used to, but like, I'm still fresh, man. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm 35, but I'm very, very fresh. So they were like, look, let's give it a blast. So I'm very fucking glad I did, because now I'm fucking loving it. I'm having the best time of my life, career-wise, you know, and I'm loving being in the gym. I know what I said there about the head and stuff like that, and if that had me, but like right now, I'm enjoying boxing the most I ever have. I'm learning every single day. I'm getting better every single day. Like, if you look at me now, to a fight I had a year ago, even Latimer said, you see the differences, you know what I mean? Because I'm working every single day, I'm training every single day, and I'm working on things that I need to do to improve, like moving my head, not getting hit as much, throwing the jab more, you know, working more, doing the things that I've been doing in the gym, you know, because like, I have people around me now that believe in me, like, you know what I mean, and believe in my abilities. Am I going to win a world title? No, probably not. But I'm going to do as much as I possibly can while I can. And like I said, what has changed the most is my team. You know, and like, and the belief that they have in me and the work that they put into me. Like, I owe it to them to work this hard, and my wife included. Like, and all my team members, like, I owe it this hard. I owe it to them to work this hard. Like, because, you know, being lazy, or, you know, and not putting in the gym, like, is practically saying to fuck you, like, and to all my sponsors, like, practically saying, oh yeah, thanks, but I'm not going to train now, like, you know what I mean? So like, now, like, all the sponsors that are backing me, and I give a big shout out to them, like, they're all seeing now, like, that, no, this is my 4th fight in 9 months, another title fight that I'm going to win. So like, you know, I'm just enjoying it, man. So that's the biggest change, is I'm enjoying boxing again. Like, I don't think I've enjoyed boxing this much since I was training for my debut. You know, so like, I'm in love with the game again, and my team is responsible for that, like, you know.
I guess sort of sometimes in life, you know, we obviously, it's well documented, obviously everything you've been through and everything else, but I guess you probably wished that sort of when you started back your pro journey, you know, in December 2017, that you had the likes of Ian and Sean around you. Obviously not to discredit, obviously, boxing Ireland or anything like that. I'm not sort of going down that route, but for the person you currently are, do you wish you'd sort of started off your career not, you know, I guess one of them what if moments?
Yeah, look, I mean, there's no point looking back and saying what ifs and all. Like Eddie Hoyland was an absolutely fantastic coach to me, like, and I love Eddie, and I learned a lot from Eddie, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying like, oh, I have a better trainer or anything like that. Like, it's just with the team around me. No, the main, like, and about the fact that I'm able to train at home and stuff like that, that's another big part of it, that I'm close to my family and stuff like that. That actually was a massive part for training for me, because it's like, okay, even when I'm in camp training 3 times a day, I still get to come home to my wife and kids at night time, you know, and stuff like that. Like, so that was obviously a big part. But yeah, look, I mean, someone said to me the other day, imagine if you had this. Imagine if you were like this when you were 25, man. You would have been way further now. But when I was 25, I was fucking starting rocks of coke off countertops and drinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am now. So like when I look back, I'm like, okay, if I didn't do that 5 years ago, and my career in Panama, would I have get the fights I'm getting now? I don't know. Do you know, like, you know, that's like saying like, you know, yeah, like I think I'm in this position now because this is where God wants me to be. Like, you know, I think I've said it before, I'm a big believer in God, and I think what's for you doesn't pass you by. So I've been through a lot of hardships in my career, in boxing, out of boxing. So like now I feel like I'm in the right position and I'm getting what I deserve. You know what I mean? I'm getting what I've worked hard for. Like, so yeah, look, I mean, do I wish I'd made in before? Yeah, but look, it is what it is. And we're here now, and that's what's most important.
See, you was a back and forth with Dom for obviously a few years. You'd sort of got to the stage then where you'd told Dom to stop saying your name. How is it obviously now, you know, 3 years in the line, with now get it over the line? Is it down to Ian, or is it just time?
Yeah,
time's a healer?
100% down to Ian, man. You know what I mean? And like, fair play to Dom. Like, the fight was put to me. I was like, yeah. The fight was put to him. He was like, yeah. And my manager, and a big shout out to Mark Dunlap as well, of course. Because, you know, like, big credit to Mark Dunlap, first of all, for putting the fight on. You know, Ian's doing the show with him, but a big shout out to Mark Dunlap for having us on the show and for putting this fight on the show. So obviously, Mark, big thanks to Mark as well, you know. He's a real nice guy, and I got on with him last time I was up there, so I'm grateful for him to get back on the show again. So yeah, so Ian put it to us, and we both accepted it. Like, you know, this is what I'm in boxing for, Steve. Like, you know, I've been vocal about it. Like, I want a good fight. I want to be remembered when I walk away from the sport. And when my son is boxing, oh, that's Graham McCormack's son. He was in this fight. He was in that fight. You know, that's what I'm remembered for. So like, this is going to be a good fight, man. You know, like, I think people say, oh, Dom lost the 2 journeymen. He judged journeymen. So I nearly lost a journeyman. You know, this is boxing. Like, anything can happen. I don't. That doesn't pay me any heat like that. He lost a journeyman. So fucking what? Anyone can beat you. I said this show before my Devlin fight. Anyone can beat you in a boxing ring. Anybody, no matter who they are. 50 losses, 50 wins. You know, it doesn't matter. Anyone with gloves on can knock you out, can beat you. That's the name of the game. So this, to me, is the biggest fight of my life. This, me versus Dom, is bigger than the Paul Kean fight to me. I'm taking it more serious. Mentally, I'm taking it more serious. I said to on screen, like, in my head, like, this guy is coming to kill me in front of my son. Like, that's what it is in my head. Like, it's kill or be killed. Like, so this is a fight that I've wanted for a while. There's a couple of domestic fights I want. This is one of them. So I'm looking forward to putting this to bed. I'm looking forward to beating Dom up and moving on and winning my Celtic title.
Picking this back up, obviously I seem to have a bit of a connection issue, but I was sort of saying, I think before the connection dropped, obviously now nobody spoke to Dom. Dominic's can obviously have his words to say on the fight and everything else. Are you looking forward?
Dominic's going to sound like this. Hi, my name's Dom here, and I'm fighting Graham there for the Celtic title here. Blah blah blah. That's what Dom's going to be like.
You're obviously used to it with the back and forth you've had over the last few years. Is it sort of something that's going to G you up the next 4 weeks to get?
Nah, listen, do you know what? Like, we had been talking, like, so, like, do I have anything against the guy? No, but like, now we're fighting, so we're gonna have a bit of fun over the next couple of weeks, and when we get in the ring, it's gonna be business. You know what I mean? And business only, like, you know. Lan, mind her down the step, Lan. Sorry, bud, the kids are back out the back. Yeah, listen, madness. But yeah, look, like I said, like, I've been talking to him a lot over the last year, kind of said, you know. So I actually, realistically, outside of boxing, he's a nice guy, and I've nothing against him. I actually don't anymore, you know. We've been chatting back and forth. He's not a bad bloke, but now we're fighting, so fuck all that. Do you know what I mean? And he's coming to kill me, like, and that's what I have in my head. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth over the next 4 weeks, and he's going to be saying, I'm going to beat Graham there now in a couple of weeks and up cabin, you know, and I'm not, you know. So it's going to be a bit of fun, you know what I mean? We'll have a good build up for the fight, and then it's going to be a good fight when we get in there.
And obviously there's no sort of bad blood sort of thing as well, you know. I guess it's one of them, you just have to get on with it.
There's not, you know what, like, maybe there is for him, but not for me. I don't have any bad blood against him. I think at the time I was kind of annoyed by him because he kept fucking calling my name. But like, now it's like, all right, you know, it's business now, like, but there's no bad blood there, man. But like, when I get inside that ring, there is bad blood. Do you know what I mean? That's I'm serious. I know I'm a messer, and everyone knows I'm a messer, and you know, I joke and I laugh and all that, but come 25th of June, like, there is no joking and there is no messing, and it's kill or be killed inside that ring for me. Like that's like in my head, like it's this guy is coming to take everything from me. Like, do you know what I mean? That's how serious I am about it. Like, I'm not gonna fuck about this one. Like to me, it's bigger than the Paul Kean fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I that was my best performance. It was my best camp. You know, I done the weight easy, you know, and that I'm going to do the same here, but better. And I'm going to trump that by getting the win, you know what I mean? And performing better, you know, and where I slacked on the Paul Kean fight, I won't be, what I mistakes I made in the Paul Kean fight, I won't be making the same mistakes here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I'm sure Dom's going to put in a good camp, and I've no doubt he's going to come ready to fucking, this is a big opportunity for him. So, like, I'm sure he's going to come with everything he has, try and win, but his 100% versus my 100%, my 100% wins every time. Like I said to off camera, like, if he wants to stand back and box, I will outbox him. Like people forget, like, I've had nearly 60 amateur fights. I can box when I want to. I just choose not to. If he wants to stand in the middle of the ring and have a war with me, so be it. Let's stand in the middle of the ring and have a war. I enjoy that. So there is no way that he can beat me, you know. But like I said to you before, like, I won't bury my head in the sand. This is a big fight. It's a serious fight, and one I'm not taking lightly by any means at all. Like.
And finally, obviously, I know we're stuck for time, and obviously you're going for another session here. Obviously, tickets are going to be very easy, probably, I guess, for you to sell over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, yourself and Jamie, you know, are probably both going to be doing Limerick Pride in Belfast once again. But obviously, Belfast could probably going to feel like Limerick for the night with that many up to support you.
Yeah, it's going to be, we're going to have big. I'm delighted to be on the show with Jamie. I know Jamie a long time before he was boxing. Like, we'd be from the same, like, I moved out to Raheen. We're from the same area. Like, he's a real good guy, fucking brother to me. Like, so it's great that we're actually on a show together on such a big show. So, like, I'm delighted, man. So there'll be a lot of support up there. He'll do a lot of tickets. I'll do a lot of tickets. So, like, and we're friends and my friends are friends with his friends. So, like, it's going to be a big crowd. There's going to be a good 80 to 100 people from Limerick up there, like, easily. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a good night, man. You know, like, myself and Jamie on the same show together, and so me fighting for a title. So yeah, man. You know, it's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great night, man. And like, can I just say before I do go, I just want to give a big thanks to all my sponsors. Some of them are on this t-shirt here, and some of them aren't. You know, and to my mates that put their hands into their pockets and all that. Like, without those guys, like, as you know, you're involved in boxing. Like, this wouldn't be possible, man. Like, without sponsorship, like, it actually wouldn't be possible. None of this stuff. Like, so I just want to give a big thanks to all of them, all my supporters that come up and support me no matter where I go. And I know I want to come back up to Belfast this time. So anyone that is looking for tickets, hit me up and I will meet you with them.
Yeah, well, Graham, listen, thanks very much for tuning in with us. And obviously, I'm sure I'll be speaking plenty over the next couple of weeks. And we'll see you in 4 weeks' time in Belfast.
See you then, bud.
All right, Graham, cheers. Take care.
Thanks, Steve. See you, everybody. God bless you, pal.